welcome to Opally Hour. Today we are going to continue with our Moomin House build from issue 68. Moonins very much have a lot of arts and crafty type parts with it. So with that said, let's get into this. So you can see at the beginning what we're going to be doing today is making a bed frame. And it looks like we're going to be attaching the floors. I've already done this, so I'm not going to show that because I've actually got all this connected and wired up for lights. But I will eventually just show you the whole thing. Anyway, and we're going to be doing this roof, and I have to, or continuing with it, and to be honest with you, it looks still like a nightmare. Or rather, it kind of isn't that difficult. It's a bit repetitive. Again, we have the story and a little bit about that and how it looks, and then we have our instructions, and we are going to be dyeing this also, so I'm going to get that organized. This is what we get in the pack. So you can see we have the frames. These are metal, they're quite heavy, as all the frames have been, and it looks like this room is going to be a pretty purple. Gosh, that is quite heavy. And you can also see that we're going to be putting in the piece of the wood to do with the top there. So I will get everything ready for the dyeing and see you back here. Right, and welcome back. So, I'm just going to dye these. I'm going to leave the bed frame in here and put that on one side. But get these ones dyed. Again, I'll show you a couple. I'm just using a dye instead of doing the paint. They do provide some paint actually right at the beginning, but to be honest with you, it's one, it's not enough, and number two, I find with paint, it's probably because I'm not very good at it, I end up with loads of lines. So when you do see the Moomin House in some of the furniture, which have I just lost that little cog when I put it to my drying area, you'll probably see not the best result. I wish I could just start again and just dye everything. It'd be a lot easier, although it'd probably be quite bland if it's all this colour. But I did find that I'm going to be using some acrylic pens that I purchased from Amazon. You'd think I'd pay by Amazon the amount of times I have to mention it. But those are a couple there to show you what I'm doing. Not many here at all, so I should be back very quickly for you. Well, it's only going to be a second for you anyway, and get this sorted. Hi there and welcome back. So these are all now dyed and ready to go. So very important to notice the difference. These are two small ones, are called the short bottom rafters, and they're going to be used very soon, but not quite yet. These three look the same, but there's one which is a little bit shorter than the others. So the ones which are longer, these two here, are called medium, and then the shorter one is called a short rafter. So you've got the short bottom rafters. Maybe put them so that you can see a bit easier, because they look so close in size. Anyway, one's called the medium rafters, short rafters, long rafter, and short bottom rafters, and then of course we've got the top. So we're going to start with these ones, and we're actually going to be starting with the medium rafters, so those two. So let me get, the bed that we're going to be putting together, or the bed frame that we're going to be putting in a little bit, put that to one side. So this is my, you can hear the sigh in my voice. So this is what we are going to be working on, and I will be very happy for it to finish. And we are going to start by putting the short rafters in, which are going to go in the little holes that we spared here, and go in directly up to here. So those two spots, one there, one there, one there, one there, should be quite straightforward. I haven't got the clamps actually, so I need to go and get them, but let me see, they might fit well without them. Just to make sure I got them the right way round. I'm not even so sure that it matters, but I'm going to put mine in that way round and treat this piece down here as the bottom piece. That looks kind of right. I guess I will go and get my clamps, so hold on 1 second. All right, I got all those. And hello puppy. So like I say, we're going to put the shorter ones in first. We're going to move those out of the way, and we'll put them here and here. Have my wood glue ready to hand with the, never did find the pin from the last earlier when I was putting all these together, but that's sometimes the way it is. I'm sure it will turn up, it's just I haven't found it to date. So this one's going to go here, and in that hole there, and make sure it gives a good push, and then I will clamp it for just a few minutes just to make sure it goes in proper, because I can see even at the bottom right now it hasn't. I don't even want to touch this thing in case I break anything on it. Just going to make sure if I look at this book really close that I haven't got them the wrong way around. I don't. No, it looks to be about right. You know, it does have a bit poking out at the bottom. Well, mine do too. I actually do think they're upside down. So I do think that this part here is the top, not the bottom. So I'm glad I haven't clamped it, and I'm glad I'm using wood glue. Yeah, another reason to use wood glue and not super glue, right? And I'll be using super glue on the bed, so don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm opposed to it at all. I just think there's a place for it. And this may not be it. I'm using the smaller clamps. I think the bigger clamps added too much pressure to it, and that didn't help with the breakages that I ended up with. I don't like that this doesn't look like it's in enough. And one more. And again, I'm going to push that. I give that a moment because I'm going to want to, in order to access the rest of it, I'm going to need to access where I put these. Give me 1 second and we'll be back. Alright, it was only a couple of minutes. I'm going to take those off. They should be fine. I mean, wood glue does take about 20 minutes to dry. However, it takes probably about 5 minutes in order to do that. Just make sure they are where I want them. Alrighty. Next ones we are going to put in is the what they call the short rafter, which looks very similar, like I said, and we are going to put that from here to here. You can do that the other way around as well. Okay, that's going to go in, and I will be very happy to see the back of this, and I think after this we see the back of it for a little bit, and then it's finding somewhere safe, and I guess mine will just sit on top of the house for now so that it doesn't get damaged. Last thing I'd want to do is for a puppy to go running into it like a crazy pup. Just trying to see if I can get this anywhere out the way that I'm not going to, it's not going to interfere. I think I'm going to be putting the long rafter in next, which is this one here. So maybe I'll do that and then I'll worry about the clamps. So then we got the long one. So let me get that ready. And then the others are at the bottom here, so they are out the way. And this one's going to go all the way up. So you want to make sure that you've got it like this. Let me just make sure. So this goes in here. Can you see? And all the way up. So it's in well there, but it's not so in well as much here. There we go. And that definitely needs clamping at the bottom here. So let me get that done. I'm going to do it from the inside if I can. which might interfere a little bit with the other one, and this one I don't think needs clamping at all. Okay, so I'm just going to put one clamp on there, and then we're going to do the bottom ones, and these ones just hook in and they go to the outer holes here, so this one and this one here, so just like this. So should test fit really. Whenever I used to watch videos of other people doing a lot of this, you know, it's like test fit for the win. I agree, I just forget. My memory is definitely not the strongest. So let's see if I can put this in right. So it kind of goes into the hole. Oh, well, what do you know? And because it's going to, once I take this out, it's going to have gravity working to seal it, I'm not going to be clamping it. And the same with the other side. They got you doing it the opposite way around to what I have, but hey ho. Of course this one I can't do. Don't know how I managed to do the other one without even looking really. Oh, there we go. It wasn't difficult. And like I say, wiping off excess glue isn't overly going to matter because I'd like it to let gravity work on this. But this definitely isn't in either. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright, so that is, I was going to say all there is to do with this, but you know what, it isn't, because now I have to try and put this cap on, and it's something where I was a little bit reluctant to put the top here on, but hopefully it's going to go ahead with no problem whatsoever, right? I mean, not like I've had any problems doing this. Just putting a bit of glue in each of the spoke holes there. And hello puppy, obviously I need to clean somewhere. Right, let me just get it started maybe, and because this has been drying for a little bit, everything's kind of in place here. Oh, hey, almost. My goodness. Sometimes I'm really impressed with myself when I do these things, and what I'm going to do with this one is not use a clamp, but I have a few little pups down, a few little elastic bands. Trying to get my teeth. Just bear with me. Sorry about that. We're about to go out for a walk, and I think you should let me know. So all I'm going to do is apply an elastic band towards the top here, and if I can. Of course, I apply elastic bands all the time, but now I'm doing it online. Bear with me. Alrighty, let's get back to putting this elastic band on. As I take it all the way off. And I'm just doing this to make sure that these remain reasonably tight on here and hopefully not break the band. Oh, please. How on earth can an elastic band possibly be acting so difficult? Got myself caught in it. I should just have it down further or something. It's not going to stay on long. Right, okay. I'm going to put this to one side to dry, and out the way it goes. And we are going to get on with the bed. And to be honest with you, I am happy that is done, out the way, and I'm not doing anything else. Next in the instructions, and I've already done this, so I won't be doing it, is we are going to be would be applying the banister to the flooring, and also then putting the ceiling on, and for the second floor this is, and also the stairs. But I have already done all this, and it's just making sure that it's all lined up like this, and you can see it's all lined up. It goes onto the staircase. You're going to glue it down here. And also I glued mine underneath as well. I have actually artexed along this edge because I don't like the plastic look, and I know you can paint it, and they say use some soap, just normal hand soap, the bar preferred rather than the liquid soap, and then you can put paint plastic on it. Haven't overly had it work for me, I have to be honest, so I kind of went with the Artex look, and I will show you what I've used in order to cover the stairs and that when I show you the house. And then I just painted on top of the and you can get it anywhere, it's like £1 a pot, and it's not really Artex, it's just in like any supermarket basically. We're certainly in England, so and that's where I got mine. I actually got mine from Tesco's. Okay, so now I will be using the lovely super glue, which I do use the power gel. It's much more precise where you want it, so I'm just going to make sure that this is up the right way, and the lip basically is towards the bottom, so you've got a lip here, and obviously you've got a lip here, but it says lip at bottom, which makes it go this way, which I'm not sure it makes as much sense. I see. So we're going to insert it from down here. So we're going to do the headboard first. Not that I think it actually makes a difference which way. And a quick drying glue onto the headboard here, and then insert it upwards. Whoops, if I can grab it, which obviously I'm having trouble grabbing. I'll pop that in like that. These are heavy. This is made of metal. It's heavy. And then do exactly the same with the other side, and that with this bed. And then I think in a few issues we're going to see this back again, and we're actually going to make this bed, and it's the bed for the guest room. So the guest room is going to be like a plum colour, which I'm not adverse to that colour. I mean, I'm not a green person. Green's not my favourite colour for sure, and I don't mind this colour at all. Quite like purples and things like that, even though I'd call this plum. Come on, in you go. And this is why you test fit, right? So you don't do what I'm doing, messing it around. That said, super glue still will take a moment or two to dry. Let's make sure that's all the way down. It looks like it is. Looking on the inside there, it looks like it is all the way down. Because you can see also on the side here, it's exactly the same this side, where the bottom of it comes to the end of the knob. And make sure the other side is the same. Looks like it could, oh, as I undo it. Well, yes I do. Like I say, if everything, I'm going to put a bit more on this side actually. If everything was perfect, then, well, she is being a real monkey. I think she really wants to go for that walk. Okay, so my pups wants to go for a walk. She's actually being lead trained right now. So I need to walk her. I can't walk very far with my physical abilities, but it's important that she does have some lead training, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, that's the issue, end of this issue for today. So issue 68. What we have coming up in 69, let me quickly show you. I think it's maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to put this to one side to make sure that like super glue dries. But 69, it looks like we are going to be making this attic window, like the dormer window. Not going to be installing it from what I can gather. And also going to be making the bed, so that will be the mattress underneath here, and adding on the duvet that we've already made previously and the pillow. Just checking that I'm not adding the dormer onto the walls itself, and I'm not, it's just ends like this, so it'd be another piece floating around for me. That's the problem with these. I do have a little box that I put everything in, in order to keep all the spare bits and pieces, because I know coming up we're going to be making a chair. I'm going to be making some other more furniture. We've made quite a bit of furniture, but that's what we'll be doing. Right, so that's next. So thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to comment or send an email at opalyhour@outlook.com. Wow. And I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Any questions, comments, I very much appreciate. Please remember to click like and subscribe so you're informed of any new content. And very importantly, please do take care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon.